Welcome to Totino-Grace High School for CTN's live coverage of boys high school basketball. It's a Northwest Suburban Conference interdivisional rivalry as the Cardinals and the Eagles take the court. First possession, Charlie Jacob putting it up from long range and sticking the three to put TG ahead 3-0. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro sidelines, and Shai Sayers looking for the answer and can't find it, Howie.
Yeah, you know, we've didn't get a chance really to get into it, but Charlie Jacobs, leading scorer for this Eagles squad, both about 17 points a game, averaging 6.5 boards. Leader in steals, leader in assists. He does it all, but he is not everything that this Totino-Grace team has. They've got some balanced scoring. Will Schmidt, you'll see Will Schmidt as well. Very good player.
Schmidt had over 30 points in the Eagles' win over Blaine earlier this week, as the Eagles put up 91 points. Three-pointer from the corner is good for Schmidt, and a quick 6-point lead for the Eagles.
Yeah, they're just coming off a game where they beat Blaine 91-80. There's a lot of points to score.
Long three from Winston is off the mark. Rebound by Mischke.
The biggest key to the game for Coon Rapids, Joe, is shooting percentage. They have not been shooting the ball well, and you can see what Totino-Grace does. They're going to have to hit shots tonight if they want to win this game.
Mischke for three, and he's got one. And an early timeout for the Cardinals.
Yeah, a quick 9-0 lead for Totino-Grace. And again, you see why they're a good scoring team. They move the ball well around the perimeter. We've seen 3 different players hit threes for this squad. They're very proficient at hitting the outside shot.
Their shooting percentage at this point, 100%. And they have done a nice job of moving the ball around, getting it to the open guy, and then that open guy just burying it. You see the defense collapse down low. Mischke an open look from the top of the key. He tickles the twine, and it's a 9-0 lead.
Yeah, we talked about Jacobs, 17 points a game, but they've got we talked about the number of players that can hit from the outside. Schmidt averaging about 16 points a game. Flatmeyer, 11 points a game. And this is a team that can score the basketball, and you can see it here tonight. Very efficient from beyond the arc.
Senior night here at Totino-Grace, so the Eagles fired up. They want to have a big night in the game. They're celebrating their parents.
Coach O just hoped to settle the squad down a little bit. So, you know, defensively they got to get a man a hand in the face of the man shooting the ball.
Well, and offensively, you got to be, if you're not getting better shots, you have to have numbers down low and have a chance to get a rebound. Instead, a block on the shot by Holland and another quick turn back up court for Totino-Grace.
Coach Carroll's biggest challenge to that 1-3-1 defense. We're going to have to find a way to mix it up.
Kittleson is stripped. On the break is Marcel Winston. He's not able to finish. A tip wouldn't go. Winston comes back on the floor, gets his rebound, and now the Cardinals will move it around. Sayers for three. That's off the mark. And Totino-Grace has another rebound. Cardinals still scoreless. Breakaway by Winston. Typically, that's going to be at least 2.
You would have thought so. Just a little bit too much on that layup attempt.
Smith comes in and ties up with Tyler Kittleson and gets the ball back for the Cardinals. So after 3 possessions lead to 3 3-pointers, the last 2 possessions, Cardinal defense has come up with turnovers.
Yeah, but they haven't come up with any points, and that's the big thing here. They don't want to fall too far behind. They were down by 16 in that game at Andover last week and really just couldn't dig themselves out.
Jumper for Hussein won't go, tipped and controlled by Schmidt. And now slowing things down is Braden Mischke. Jacobs left side for Flatmeyer. Into the paint, and he'll score off the glass.
Yeah, he did a nice job of muscling his way inside, getting through a defender, and then getting that far side of the basket.
Hussein getting in close, still coming up short. Rebound by Schmidt. And early on, Totino doing a really nice job of keeping the Cardinals from getting more than one chance. Foul's going to be called against Braden Farley, and it'll send Jacobs to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, we saw Farley, Severson, and Hussein come in as substitutes for the Cardinals.
Jacobs hits them both, makes it a 13-point lead.
Yeah, this is exactly the start that Coach O'Gorick was not looking for from his squad.
Sean Smith looking for room, runs into traffic, gets a foul, and will go to the line to shoot 2. Schmidt going to be called for the infraction.
That time Smith with a nice little move to the basket, trying to open up some space for himself.
Oh, they're going to call it on Flatmeyer, excuse me. Smith can't get it to roll in. Smith able to rattle the second one down, at least get the Cardinals on the board. But 4 minutes into the game, just 1 point on the board, a 13-1 deficit for the Cardinals. Schmidt in the corner, watched by Winston. Flatmeyer will go cross to Mischke. He'll fire up a 3. This time it won't go. And an offensive foul underneath. It's going to be a quick second foul on Mischke for the push-up. And he's going to have to come out. Eric Krieger, Riley Berger, and Carson Walla all checking in for Totino-Grace. Hussein on the left side puts it on the floor. Farley from the top of the key. A 3 is good.
I'll tell you what, that's somebody that the Cardinals would love to get going in Braden Farley. He's, he can hit that outside shot, but he hasn't had a lot of success so far this season. Well, I'll tell you,
Jacobs is stripped by Smith. Cardinals with the numbers. Hussein behind the defense scores.
Now 2 quick baskets have the Cardinals down by 7.
Jacobs working against Farley. Cross court. 3-pointer for Berger. Rattles around and down.
A nice job spotting up to the outside. Again, defense not coming over, putting a body on him and getting somebody in his face, and he's able to take the uncontested shot.
Hussein can't get inside. Kicks it back up top for Winston. Hussein high post. Farley looks and now will drive. And it's deflected away out of bounds. Bad inbound taken away from Jacobs. And bricking the dunk is Tyler Kittleson at the other end. Passes behind Winston, but he's able to recover. Hussein in the middle. He can't get it to fall. Rebound controlled by Krieger. Krieger will get into the front court and slow things down for Totino-Grace. Kittleson working against Smith, will turn toward the baseline, run out of room, kick it to the corner, another 3-point attempt. This time it's short. Rebound by Walla, back to Jacobs for 3. That won't go. Rebound by Berger in the corner, and Totino will slow it down again.
And you can't give a team like Totino second and third opportunities. They'll make you pay if you do.
Working the perimeter and now into the post for Krieger. He moves to the basket, can't get it to fall. Winston tracks down the rebound. Down court to Hussein behind the defense. Severson a little fake, and the bucket off the glass.
A quick break points for Coon Rapids. Puts the score at 16-8.
Ball nearly lost, but recovered, a bucket and the foul. Carson Walla will go to the line to try and convert the three-point play.
Yeah, and that'll be a foul on Hussein. His first. Team's second.
Jesse Namunde checking in for the first time. Walla able to convert. Back to a double-digit lead at 19-8. Three-pointer for Farley. This time it won't go, and the rebound controlled by the Eagles, who had numbers underneath the basket. Here's Schmidt into the corner for Berger. Back down low. Walla was all alone, thought about the shot, and then a bad pass saved
nice
by
save.
Namundi. And taking it up strong is Schmidt. That won't fall. Hussein's got the rebound.
Yeah, you know, again, good stop on defense, but it has to convert to points. They're down by 11. They have to get their shooting percentage up a little bit here.
Left side, Marcel Winston will put it on the floor. Farley back to Winston in the right corner this time. Up top for Hussein, leaves it off for Sayers. Sayers to Farley for three. That won't go. Hussein had the rebound, lost it. Got it back, got the foul. And the bucket will count. Opportunity for a three-point play.
Well, you know, that's what they need. They need those kind of breaks. Again, the miss by Farley, well off the mark. Hussein doing a good job of getting the rebound, sticking with the basketball. He manages to get the shot off in, and an opportunity for that three-point play.
And he is able to make it.
Elijah McGrath coming back in the lineup for Coon Rapids.
Hussein will return to the bench. 5 points in his short stint on the floor to lead the Cardinals early on. Berger, another open look from the top of the key. This one missed everything and out of bounds. Cardinal basketball, the starting five back, not the starting five back on the floor for the Cardinals. Thought it was, but
they fooled you.
They did. Ray Gordon out there instead of Smith. He's got it, top of the key, little pump fake, and his pass deflected, but Winston able to recover. Sayers, long three, that one won't go. Rebound to the corner to Namundi. And he'll run up court, quickly tracked down by Sayers. Berger in the corner. Walla cross court to Schmidt in the corner, up top for Namundi. Namundi back to Berger in the corner. Or no, this is Eric Krieger for three.
Yeah, you look at their shooting percentage, and they've been a little more successful than Coon Rapids here so far tonight.
5 3-pointers, all from different players. Offensive foul called on Marshall Holland at the other end, and a charge taken by Namundi is a little slow to get up.
That'll be his first, team third.
A little more than midway through this first half, and a 22-11 lead for the home team, Totino-Grace. Braden Mischke cross midcourt, left side. Krieger trying to get it into Schmidt, stolen away by Holland. McGrath, right side, little pump fake. Jump shot is short for Gordon, and the Eagles have the rebound again. Gordon can't quite get there. Schmidt wants three. This one won't go. Winston able to get the rebound, and Marcel on the run. He'll slow down in front of Jacobs, now take him to the hole. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound out of bounds. It'll be Coon Rapids ball.
And Marcel Winston, the scorer that he is, would certainly like you to see him take over for his squad and see if he can get his offensive game going.
Inbound taken away by Krieger, and then he's bumped by Winston.
You know, Winston had a dozen in that 65-50 loss to Andover last week.
He'll pick up his first, team's fourth. And Gordon just didn't see Krieger jumping the route.
Actually, that was earlier in the week.
Schmidt on the baseline, bucket, and the foul on McGrath. He is limping a bit.
Let's see if we can see it. A nice move if he's just going to power up. I think he just came down wrong. And certainly the Eagles cannot afford to lose that young man. Second leading scorer on this ball club.
He converts. He's got 6. And the Eagles have a 25-11 lead. Foul before the shot.
Here's what happened to Schmidt. Again, he's posting up underneath. I don't know if he just got his...
Yeah, I think it was knee to knee. And,
yeah, he seems to be okay.
He's walking it off.
Yep. Rubbed a little dirt on it. He's good.
Smart play by Smith. Knew he was running out of time. Played it off of Namundi and back out. Inbound goes to Sayers. Up top, Winston for 3. That's not going to go. The rebound by Kittleson.
You know, the thing is, even when you miss those shots, you're not getting multiple opportunities.
Back to Schmidt in the left corner. Up top, Namundi. Double team comes. He gets around it. Kittleson lost the handle, but able to recover. And then the rebound, or the pass taken away by McGrath. Breakaway in the basket.
Yeah, quick hands there by Elijah McGrath. He's able to take that basket away from him and take it the length of the court.
Mischke draws the double team. The pass taken away this time by Winston. And he is going to throw it down. Nearly another steal, but Mischke able to recover and now slowing it down a bit. Kittleson, right side for Schmidt. Jacobs will take the 3 and he'll hit it.
Well, he was just measuring up his shot. He was setting up the defender, and then able to step back and drop the 3. Coach O not happy about something. So there you see a 13-point lead for the Eagles, Joe, and they've definitely played a nice game here. They've got their perimeter game going.
6 3-pointers from 5 different players.
Marcel Winston's going to get the steal and the flush.
Wasn't going to miss the second breakaway.
He definitely was not. And he had a number of steps on the defender, on Schmidt. And of course, Dave takes one for the team.
Get hazard pay playing underneath
coming away
the
the
basket.
better man for it, too.
Holland trying to find room on the baseline, sneaking into McGrath. McGrath goes to the floor. Jacobs had it. deflected, and now Namunde will recover for Totino-Grace and get up court. Jacobs into the corner. Kittleson, Namunde for three. That one won't go. Winston has the rebound. Pass taken away by Kittleson. The Eagles just fine playing a run and gun game. Three-pointer is good for Schmidt from the corner.
Another timeout for Coon Rapids. 31-15 lead for the Eagles, Joe, and that's 7 three-pointers here in this first half for Totino-Grace. Again, just another nice job kicking it outside, and Schmidt drains it. I guess that knee's okay.
His second, he's got 9 points in the game.
Fired up Micah Gorick.
And not necessarily in the good way.
No.
You said it, exactly the opposite of the start they were hoping for.
Exactly.
Not getting the shots they wanted, not getting the rebounds they needed, and giving up way too many open looks. And Totino-Grace cashing in. To their credit, the Eagles really coming out shooting well. Winston moves out to the lane and drops the short jumper. Namunde's pass is tipped, but gets through to Jacobs. And this time, Hussein is able to get the steal. Jacobs steals it right back with numbers. Well, behind the back dish, and Kittleson finishes. Long three for Holland. It's short. Winston, great rebound. Can't get the follow to go, and Kittleson has it.
Yeah, the Cardinals just cannot get their shots to drop. Yeah, and again, for the most part, they're not getting any more than one opportunity on the offensive end.
Schmidt in the corner, cross court to Mischke. And now Jacobs. And they can sense the urgency the Cardinals are showing, and a little bit of desperation makes it easier for them to play with patience and really frustrate the Cardinals that much more.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, no question about it, and they can do a good job of moving the ball around the perimeter and just continue to take time off the clock, and then looking for that good opportunity.
Namunde for three, that one won't fall. Farley has the rebound. Long pass up court. Hussein will finish at the other end. Schmidt back to Jacobs, and again, they will be patient, take their time, and try and get somebody open. They know the Cardinals' aggressive defense means a double team will come, which leaves somebody open. Schmidt from the corner. That time it's short, rebound tipped, Schmidt saves it. Jacobs will take it up and try and lay it in, and he does.
Again, what started with a tried to throw the ball off a Cardinal player, went back to Jacobs, and he made it count. 35-19 in favor of the Totino-Grace Eagles.
2:45 remaining in the first half. A big lead for Totino-Grace, 35-19. Pass didn't click. It ends up in the hands of Schmidt. Hussein nearly stole it back, but Mischke will push it ahead for Jacobs. Back to Mischke. Jacobs will back out and reset the offense. Mischke has the double team come. Back to Jacobs on the right side. Back to Mischke. Namunde, his pass swatted away out of bounds, and Totino will start over. Mischke inbounds to Jacobs. Hussein right there with him. Winston comes out to help. Gets it to Krieger. Back to Jacobs. In the corner for Mischke. Berger with it now. Down low, Walla back to Berger. They kind of have the line shift going, do the Eagles. They send that second group in as a unit, kind of. They're going to come away without points this time down the floor. Winston kicks it across for Smith and now gets it back. High post, Hussein. Holland looking for room baseline, leaves it off. Marcel thought about it, then takes it inside and scores.
Well, Marcel having an active first half. Doing a nice job when he's got that opportunity.
Good quick passing, open look for Berger, and he hits the three from the corner.
Yeah, just again, you know, as a head coach, you scratch your head. What do you do about that? You're hot from the perimeter. That makes 8 3-pointers for Totino-Grace here in this first half, and that's tough. If you're not matching them, that's tough to compete.
Winston wants to answer but can't. Jacobs has the rebound. Eagles want to fly. The pass came right back to Krieger, and now Jacobs with it. Down under 30 seconds remaining. Walla back to Jacobs up top for Mischke. Down to 15. It looks like Totino will take the final shot here, down to 10. And that pass too tall. And a turnover. The Cardinals will get one last look with 6 seconds left. Long three for Holland. He hits it at the buzzer, plus the foul.
Wow.
Are they going to call it? No, they are not going to call the foul. But he does hit it at the buzzer, so that'll give him something to go to the locker room with. Still, it's a 14-point lead for Totino. We'll take a break, try and get some reaction after this. You're watching live boys high school basketball on CTN.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at savethefood.com.
Totino-Grace a 38-24 lead at half, and they have been shooting the lights out. Cardinals return to the floor early to get in a little more warm-up at shooting some more baskets, because so far it's been a shooting display, but only at one end of the court.
Yeah, you know, I was you're thinking about eight threes from Totino-Grace in that first half. Really, you know, opened that big lead, and they didn't look back after that point. And Cardinals had their cut out for them. They were down by 14. They were down by 16 against Andover the other night, and these are things that they can't continue to do. And again, you got to get a defender out there. You got to at least give him some trouble, make him earn that shot. Don't let him get that free look. And then the long three by Marshall Holland at the end.
And that was his only points of the night. They've got to get him going. You know, he's one of their top scorers, and they need him to put in more than the buzzer beater at the end to keep them successful. But we talked about it as well throughout that first half is, you know, they need to be able to get more than one opportunity. They can't settle for one shot off the mark and then be playing defense the rest of the night. And if unfortunately some microphone problems meant you were the only one who heard what Coach Ogorek had to say at the halftime interview.
Yeah, he was talking about what a snappy dresser you are, and really like the color of your shirt. He basically, you know, frustrating. He says, you know, if we get a couple more of our shots to drop, we're talking about this game being a little closer. He said we knew they were a good shooting team when they came into this gym. We've got to do a better job of defending that, but more importantly, we have to do a better job of putting the ball in the basket, because that's how you score points here in this game. At least that's what I'm told.
We will take a break and we will be back. See if we can't see a Cardinal comeback in the second half. It's coming up next on CTN.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where did cats go on vacation? New York.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Pressure is on the Coon Rapids Cardinals as we start the second half, trailing by 14. Totino scored the first 13 points of the game, 3 straight three-pointers, and they never really looked back.
They did not.
Again, 8 three-pointers in that first half. They had as many points from beyond the arc as the Cardinals had in the first half. Driving is Jacobs, shots off the mark, rebound by Winston. He'll fly to the other end, floats and scores. Three-pointer from Schmidt, that's way off the mark and out of bounds to Coon Rapids.
Yeah, I think he'd like to. He's a better three-point shooter than that. I think he'd like to have that one back. Didn't spot up the way he needed to.
Well, and it's you can take a couple of those when you're up by 12,
yeah.
But you know, a couple more empty possessions for Totino-Grace, and the Cardinals could be right back in this ballgame.
And that's what they're counting on.
Inside look to Winston behind the defense, can't get it to fall. McGrath able to force it home.
Delay of game.
Did not see what it was, but
I'm not sure what happens in this case. I've never seen it like that. How did they penalize him?
They did not put a foul up.
No.
So. So it serves as a warning, and
Yes.
I'm not sure exactly
Shame
what,
on you.
again, what the warning was for, but three-pointer is off the mark. Kittleson flies for the rebound. Mischke jump shot is good.
And again, open on the wing, a soft little jumper, easy shot for Mischke.
Long three won't fall. Mischke the rebound, or Flatmeyer rather the rebound. Mischke will give it back to him, and now Jacobs. Ball was tipped. Cardinals saying that Kittleson touched it. That's not the way the referees saw it.
Yeah, Cardinals will take any kind of break they can get. Unfortunately, didn't go that way this time.
Three-pointer for Jacobs, in and out. The rebound by Holland. Winston working against Mischke into the lane, shot in and out, rebound out of bounds. And it'll be Cardinal ball.
To me, it looked like it went off McGrath, but Cardinals will take it. They need it. They need the breaks.
It's a couple times already early in this second half where the refs have looked at one another to make a consensus call. Sayers back up top. Holland long three, and just nobody underneath in white. So unless that went through, that was easily going to be Totino ball, and it was. Flotmeyer tried to kick it back out to Kittleson. They're going to say the Cardinals tipped it. Sayers going to be called for the bump on Mischke. Walla hands it off to Mischke up top. And he's going to draw another foul. And the Cardinals, you know, they have to be aggressive.
They do.
But they could find themselves in some even more serious trouble if the fouls start adding up.
Well, without a question. And, you know, the Eagles can do a good job of just continuing to move the ball around the perimeter, taking time off the clock with this kind of a lead. They can remain patient, looking for their opportunity, looking for their best shot. They're not in any hurry to score.
Jacobs nearly had it stripped, able to get it back to Mischke. That pass batted away by Holland, who takes it, pushes it up court too far for Smith, knocked out of bounds by Kittleson, and it'll be Cardinal basketball.
Zach Hussein coming in the lineup for Coon Rapids, had some minutes in that first half.
Led the Cardinals in scoring with 7 points in the first half. Inbound to Smith. He takes it to the glass and scores. Cuts the lead to 10.
Well, again, you know, you get that lead under double digits and you can try and start chipping away at it, but it starts on defense.
Mischke trying to spin past McGrath, lost the handle. McGrath got it to Winston. Winston ahead for Sayers, throws it up. That won't go. Rebound out of bounds off the Cardinal.
Tight quarters in this gym, not a lot of space against to the wall. See it again. Winston with maybe a little bit too much on that. Sayers really couldn't get that body control he needed.
Full court pressure and a lot of pace to the Cardinal defense, but a steal at the back end by Winston. Cardinals with numbers. Winston will take it up and leave it short. Long pass, Kittleson. Slow down and bounce around McGrath and score.
Yeah, that time a miss in close led to points for the Eagles. Leads back to 12, but again, Winston is having some trouble finishing at the rim.
Three-pointer for Smith is good at the other end.
Sean put some jelly on that dog. Smith hits the three-pointer.
McGrath got in, got the steal, and the foul by Mischke.
Again, like the hustle on defense from Coon Rapids. We're seeing a number of players doing a good job of getting in passing lanes, getting their hands involved, and taking the basketball away. Sean Smith just stopped and popped, dropped it.
Smith on the left side. Put it on the floor, take it to the baseline. He's blocked, kicks it back out. Sayers an open look. That won't fall. Rebound by Flotmeyer. Mischke's pass and tiptoeing in the corner, and
Well, they're gonna say
Winston bumped him. His second, team's third. And Krieger was in some trouble tiptoeing in that corner. Berger up top, back to Krieger. Kittleson back to Krieger. Right side, Flottmeyer down low. Turning and scoring is Kittleson. Marcel, great head fake, but then can't finish the short jumper in the lane.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot tonight from him. It just can't finish that little inside
Krieger's
shot.
pass taken away by Sean Smith. Cardinals on the run. Smith gets the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
The lead is 11 for Totino-Grace.
Leaves the first free throw short. Braden Farley and Marshall Holland check back in for the Cardinals. Schmidt back on the floor for Totino-Grace along with Charlie Jacob. Smith able to hit 1 of 2. Jacob to Krieger. Back to Jacob left side, puts it on the floor. Kicks it out, Berger for 3. That one's off the back of the iron. Farley the long rebound. He'll give it to Hussein on the run. Well, finger roll won't fall. And now Berger needs some help. He'll get it from Charlie Jacob.
Yeah, nice, just good hustle by Sean Smith on defense. He's doing a really nice job of dogging him.
Winston able to finish in the lane this time.
Yeah, this time gets the bucket inside, and that's what he needed.
Krieger in some trouble, kicks it back out to Jacob. He'll pull up from the free throw line. That won't fall. Rebound tipped. Winston tried to save it but couldn't.
A good effort.
Krieger up top for Berger, left side for Jacob. Walla back up top. Schmidt, a good look from 3, and he nails it.
A timeout called by the Eagles. Big three-pointer for Schmidt and the Totino-Grace Eagles. Again, they like to move the ball around and then put it up top, and you see what they can do with that three-point shooting. And again, Schmidt able to make one count.
Well, and again, trying to capitalize on a very aggressive Coon Rapids defense. They know the Cardinals are going to pressure. They're going to, especially when they're down big, they're going to bring the double team, and that means somebody's going to be open. They, being the Eagles, have just done a great job of finding that open person, and that open person has done a great job all night long.
They have.
Of burying it.
Yeah, and I mean, shot percentage for the Eagles been very successful tonight. We talked about that, you know, scoring those first 13 points, but threes early on to start the game. Really started this this lead for Totino-Grace, and they haven't let up.
Well, and again, you take away that first 13 points.
Yep.
The 13 points, the Cardinals essentially spotted them before starting to score.
It's a different game.
And we've had a great ball game,
Yep.
back and forth ever since. But, you know, it's been a little bit easier for Totino to play with that big lead. Winston tried to kick it to Farley in the corner, tiptoeing the line, back up top to Smith. Hussein to Winston on the left wing.
Marcel thought about it. Had some range, but he thought.
Turnaround jumper for Holland is short. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Braden Farley. Smith for three. That one's in and out. Rebound tipped, and Farley gets it again. This time, he'll take the short jumper off the glass and in.
And again, you get that lead under double digits, and you have an opportunity. Still plenty of time remaining.
Schmidt, another open look for three, and he's going to bury it again.
That makes it difficult when you're trying to come back and they start hitting their threes again.
Hussein blocked by Kittleson inside. Krieger leaves it off.
Oh.
Wow, it looked to me like he shuffled.
Yeah.
Open look for Krieger, and he hits the three.
Wow. Yeah, just when the Cardinals got it under double digits, back-to-back threes by Totino-Grace of Bulge's lead.
Smith to Hussein. Farley. Back to Winston. It was touched by Kittleson, but Winston has it. Winston trying to slip the pass through. And they say it went through without touching anybody. And a Cardinal turnover.
You see the time remaining, 9 minutes.
Schmidt's got 15 points now to lead all scorers. Krieger gets contact, will go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, the fortunate thing that for the Cardinals, the ball didn't fall and make them have to earn them from the stripe there. You see the contact by Farley.
Charlie Jacob has not scored in this second half. A little more than midway through. Eleven three-pointers.
It's amazing.
Krieger hits both from the free throw line. The lead is 17.
Yeah, we still have well over 8 minutes left too.
Pass batted away, but right to Severson. Kicks it back out. Smith will drive, and he'll get that one to roll home.
Got good body control, able to get past the defender.
Jacob in some trouble. Pass batted by Hussein. Recovered. And a 10-second violation.
Yep.
Pressure by the Cardinal defense forces the turnover. Pass underneath. Hussein will get the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Again, you got still a 15-point lead, but every point is important here if you're Coon Rapids. If you want to try and make a comeback here with 8 minutes left.
First one a little long for Hussein. Exactly 8 minutes remain in the second half. is able to hit the second. Cross court, Schmidt all day, and he drops another. Might not want to let him stand out there and
they want to cover him.
Take his time like that. Yeah. Cardinals had a couple of chances in close, couldn't get it to go.
And another miss underneath.
Winston's going to be called for the foul.
It'll be his third.
Eagles able to pass through the pressure underneath. Kittleson all alone will score easily.
Yeah, that's just a breakdown of defense from Coon Rapids. That's too easy of a bucket.
Hussein on the right side for Coon Rapids. Up top for Smith. And now Farley. Coach O's face is as red as the Cardinals jerseys.
He's not happy.
Three-pointer is good for Marcel Winston.
You know, I just think he thinks if you know they don't get out to that 13-0 start, it's
well, it is.
It's a different ball game, and he's got to be frustrated by that.
But he wants to see execution at this point.
Yes,
and there was obviously something he didn't like because he was yelling loud. Jacob, 15-footer is good. His first points of the second half. Winston to Severson, left side. He'll go to the baseline. Missed everything, and then
pick up a foul.
Fouls on the backside. It'll be number 6, so the Eagles will be in the bonus from here on out. Devenberger checking in for the first time in the contest, just a freshman. But with some height, 6'4" freshman.
Nice to bring a youngster off the bench that's 6'4" as a freshman.
And that's going to be a travel. Great defense again by the Cardinals. Coach Carroll thought there was
some contact.
Should have been a jump ball. He's got an argument.
He does.
He's also got an 18-point lead.
Yeah, so he's got to be pretty happy about that.
Well, the referees are going to give your opponent a little more benefit of the doubt when they're the ones down 18. Yeah, I'm just watching Coach O, and I love it. We've always talked about how much we enjoy his animated enthusiasm for the game. But you can't stop coaching just because you're down. And so now he's looking for guys to execute and play the right way and at least cut the game, make it a little more respectable. Farley's three-pointer won't go. Kittleson the rebound.
Yeah, one and done, and that's kind of been the story for the Cardinals. They missed that first shot. There's nobody underneath for the most part anyway, to get that rebound offensively.
It's going to be over and back, and Mischke arguing that it was tipped away.
Timeout called by Coon Rapids. We'll see it again if indeed it was tipped, or did he?
No, I don't know. He just lost it off his own self.
His own bad self. So you see the time left, a little less than 5 minutes, right under 5 minutes. A 62-44 lead for the Eagles from Totino-Grace, who have dominated from the start of this ballgame. Cardinals just haven't found any rhythm. Shooting percentage is way off. And we've seen some nice defensive play from them here in this game, but again, you dig yourself a hole, and it's just too tough to get out of at times.
Yeah, they knew coming in it was a good opponent.
Yes.
They couldn't afford to make it any easier on them. And that's exactly what they did with the way the game started.
Coach O said, you know, they shoot so well. We know that. We have to limit their looks, and they haven't been able to do that.
4 more three-pointers here in the second half. This one batted away by Jacob. Cardinals will keep it. Schmidt with 3 of the 4 three-pointers in this second half. None in the game have been more open than his last one. Kittleson all the way down the floor behind the defense, and the lead is 20. And so Schmidt leads all scorers with 18 to finish my thought as the Cardinals settle back in on offense.
At this point, you know, just looking for that shot under a little over 4 minutes remaining.
Pass went right through the legs of McGrath, but recovered by Hussein, who takes it up strong, draws the foul, will go to the line to shoot 2.
See it again, just a nice dish there. Missed the pass, but Hussein strong. Didn't get the bucket, but an opportunity to earn those 2 points from the stripe.
First one won't go. As Schmidt checks back in for the younger Berger. He is able to hit the second. Mischke gets across the timeline, guarded by Winston. Pass tipped by Farley. Scramble on the floor. Winston had it and then was fouled by Mischke.
Yeah, going after that loose basketball, and McGrath had a path to the basket. They just couldn't find him. You're going to see it here. This is going to take off down court, but again, they just couldn't get the outlet to him.
Trying to go over the top to Hussein. He did get it eventually, and nice adjustment to get the basket.
Yeah, good job just getting the wraparound and getting the 2 points. After what looked like maybe a turnover.
Mischke will get it back from Schmidt. Jacob now works his way back up top, trailed by Hussein, gets it off to Mischke. Stops up Schmidt, and now Kittleson in the corner. Mischke finds a little bit of room, drives and scores.
Yeah, again, the defense is looking for that ball moving around the perimeter, looking for that outside shot. He just does a nice job of just a little drive to the basket for an easy bucket.
Smith blocked by Kittleson, recovered by Schmidt. Kittleson ahead for Mischke. He draws the double team, in a little bit of trouble. And Totino takes the timeout with 2:18 on the clock.
Yeah, just keep possession of the basketball. Realize that it was a good chance that he would turn that ball over. You see Hussein and Farley just smothering him there on defense. But it has not been Coon Rapids' night.
Lead sits at 19 for the Totino-Grace Eagles.
The Cardinals have a couple of games next week. They have a road game on Tuesday against Armstrong, and then a home game next Friday against Irondale, which we will be at to close the season before the section playoffs start. Girls, on the other hand, they finished their season tonight.
They do, hosting Totino.
Yep. We'll start their playoffs on Wednesday.
Big two-handed jam for Kittleson on the baseline.
Yeah, and the crowd erupts on the flush.
That's how you come out of a timeout.
Yeah, nice design play. Timeout called by Coach O with minute 53 remaining. Just like Young used to do it. Just take it to the hoop, flush it through. Wait, didn't you? Or did you use a trampoline?
I would definitely need a trampoline. Although back in the day, even in my short stature, I could get up, I could touch the rim.
Yeah.
Now I'd be lucky. Now I'd be lucky to touch the bottom of the net.
You should go out and try that out.
These guys are in a little better shape than I am.
Yeah, and a lot younger.
A little bit. You think that factors in?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
You saying I'm past my prime, Shapiro?
No, just saying you're further away from the end of your prime, but you're closer to the end of your prime. But you're not. You're still at that tail end of it.
I am. Okay.
Yeah, you're still at that tail end of your prime.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Nice recovery.
I saw my prime. I went right by it.
I waved.
Yeah. Hey, there's Joe.
This is not how the Cardinals wanted to come out of the timeout. Able to recover, though, and get an open look for Marcel. His three won't go. They do get the rebound back. Smith looking for room baseline against Mischke. Able to come back out, get a shot off. McGrath gets the rebound and gets the foul, and will go to the line to shoot two.
Okay, just good hustle just to stay with it, to keep possession of the basketball.
Yeah, it was a little sloppy.
Yeah, it was.
To start that possession out of the timeout, but able to get bodies down there and get second chances, and that's something that they have not done. And now we're seeing a wholesale change. Get them all out. 5 line change.
Line change. Got the blue line coming out. Gold line going out.
So who do we got out there? No one we have not seen. We've got both Burgers, Walla, Krieger, and Flottmeyer. McGrath misses them both. And it is Devin Berger with the rebound. Eric Krieger into the front court. Under 90 seconds remain in this one. Berger will fade away jumper, spins in and out. Winston the rebound, will bring it up court. Smith for three. That won't fall. Krieger the rebound, tipped away by McGrath. Braden Farley with it. Back to Winston. Winston faked himself out, but able to get it back to Sayers and back to Winston.
Oh, nice
Winston
feed.
will score with the left hand.
Nice feed by Shai Sayers inside.
Steal at the other end by Winston. Poked away, able to get it back. Farley into the corner. Sayers for three. That won't go. The rebound by Riley Berger. Timeout, Totino-Grace. 39 seconds. I think.
No, I thought, I'm not sure. We'll see it again. I mean, there's a nice little pass inside to Winston. I don't know who called the timeout.
Well, I saw him signal timeout.
It's a tough night for Coach O.
Some signal travel.
Now
and it ends up with a technical.
They teed him up.
They're going to put Michael Kavalak at the free throw line to shoot the technicals.
Teammates, big round of applause for him after he hit that free throw. Kind of a wry smile on his face.
Krieger pressured in the backcourt, gets it ahead to Walla. Over for Cadillac. He has to go to the floor to recover. It's taken away by McGrath. Here's Sean Smith. Smith almost ran past the ball, but able to come back to it. Sayers to the baseline, gets the foul. It'll be 1-1. The foul called on the floor.
Got that 20-point lead for the Eagles.
Carter Werke getting into the game. Another freshman.
Sorry, they'll even their record up at 12-12. Cardinals dropped to 10-14.
Sayers able to hit the first. And Sayers hits them both. Eagles can just
and they will. That's
take their time. Everybody on the blue bench wanted Cadillac to take the shot when it came to him in the corner. Obviously a fan favorite on the amongst the team. But yeah, this is a tough one for the Cardinals to swallow on a Friday night. Not at all the game they wanted to play.
No. It was tough. They fell behind early, and Totino-Grace made them pay the rest of the way, Joe.
And they were able to cut into the lead a little bit.
Well, they had it down under double digits.
Into the second half, they got back within 8.
Yep.
But then a couple big three-pointers at the other end. Schmidt hit 3 more. They had 4 in the second half. And just no chance for the Cardinals to post a real significant threat to that big lead down the stretch.
Now they'll go into the week, into next week with a couple of games that, again, one on the road and one at home that they should have opportunity to win. But we'll see as the week progresses.
Well, we'll be there for their season finale next Friday, but before that, we've got girls basketball playoffs on Wednesday. And check us out on Sportsnet on Monday. We hope to have that details of who they're facing and those seeds. We'll look at the brackets. We believe the Cardinals will be the number 4 seed and will host the 5th seeded Andover Huskies, a matchup we saw earlier this week. But then we'll see the boys basketball team in their season finale, and we'll follow them. We'll follow both basketball teams as far as they can go in the playoffs, as far as we are allowed. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, it's Totino-Grace 69, Coon Rapids 51. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us to continue to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young. Say goodnight.